Is it this way? I know what it is. It's over here. Now we gotta go to Mr. I. Solomonovich.
A cobbler's shop.
Perfect. And we can just walk right in.
There's nobody here. How very odd.
If you try to come here before getting that Kane side mission, side investigation, it'll just say, closed. Better come back in the morning. And now we walk over to the table.
I say,
Jiggle, jiggle.
these things look like harnesses. Oh my, they are noisy.
Indeed, my dear Watson.
Good evening, sir. Pardon the interruption. The door was open. I didn't think that I would find anyone working at this hour.
Good evening, sir. I didn't hear you come in.
There you go. I was letting a cat up in the windowsill. Harnesses.
Say, those things that made noise, they are really harnesses, aren't they?
Yes, horse harnesses. But I must tell you, sir, that the store is normally closed at this hour. That is why I've asked you to return tomorrow.
But
I didn't come about my shoes. I came to speak of a cobbler, perhaps one of your former employees? A man with very particular habits.
You aren't with the police by any chance? I'm sorry, but I do not want to speak of anything but shoes with you.
I shall not touch you unless we talk about jewels.
I am not a policeman. I am Dr. Watson.
I'm a Dr. Constable.
It's Mr. Finley, who told me that you might be in a position to inform me.
Ah, that Mr. Finley is a very brave man. And if he sent you, then you must certainly be a worthy man also. So, Doctor, who is this cobbler with strange habits?
Some people call him the Magic Man.
The man of whom I speak is called Pizer or Pyther, a man with a frightening face. Do you know him?
Yes, John Pizer. He worked here for a while, but he is no longer here.
He started killing people. We had to kick him out.
Do you know where I can find him?
No, and if you look, you will not find him.
Why?
Because he is in hiding, Doctor. You see, a week ago, a horrible murder took place in the neighborhood. A rumor circulated that he might have been responsible for this crime. They say he has quarreled with women of certain virtue in the past, if you understand.
Virtue in the past. Bucks Row.
Isaac, it is about the Bucks Row case that I have come to see you. I have the certitude and an incontestable witness that Pizer is innocent, at least of this crime, although he has attacked a number of street women. If he doesn't come forward to explain himself to the authorities, he is condemned to hiding and to take the fall for this murder. Furthermore, it will cast suspicions on your community because they must be hiding him. And while the whole police force is hunting for him, they cannot concentrate on the real assassin who roams the streets and, one never knows, may take any one of you any day.
If what you say is true, your visit is a godsend to our community, Doctor.
Dr. Constable.
I tell you something. I know Sergeant Thick, an honest policeman who lives in the area. I'll tell John's family that he must go there to explain himself. But if you could please go as soon as possible to the police to give them this report that you say is incontestable.
I will go as soon as I take leave of you.
Thank you. If I can ever be of service in any way, do not hesitate to ask.
I feel like we just kind of talked him to the point where he didn't understand, so he's just like, fucking, I'll just help you.
Could we transform your horse harnesses into harnesses for wooden legs? Adjustable harnesses.
A good craftsman can do anything, Doctor. And I do believe that's what I am. Come back in a while and it will be done. That will be my thanks for what you have done.
Hooray!
I shall return later.
At your convenience, sir.
I am spent. I would like to return home, but I promised to go to the police as soon as I could. Now then, let's go to the police station.
Let us. Fast travel out of buildings, yo. Unlike Fallout. Boop. Constable Humphreys. What do you got for me, bud? Oh, actually, what do I have for you, bud? Meanwhile... Hello. Just gonna play the squirrel to...
Will you?
That's horrible sounding. She's ugly, holy shit.
Hey, Doctor, you seem tired. Were you wandering the darker parts of Whitechapel all night?
Damn right.
You could say that. I have some information on Leather Apron, the man of whom we spoke earlier.
Do you know where he is?
No, but I can clear him of the Bucks Row crime. A witness proved him totally innocent.
Woohoo!
Oh, Watson.
What's up?
Watson, is it only now, after many hours of walking, that you decide to pass on the important message that Inspector Aberline is waiting for?
But
I already gave that to him.
No. But what are you doing here, Holmes?
I was worried, Watson, and with good reason it would appear. Go give the message to this policeman and let's go home. Nobody appreciates me hanging around here, you know, and it's freezing cold.
Ah, Creddle, none too soon. You will take the testimony of this.
No, you continue with your duty shift. I must find Chandler in Ambury Street. He struck again.
Who?
The murderer, the Bucks Row assassin.
Bucks Row assassin.
Hanbury Street. Let's go, Watson. We have no time to lose. Hanbury Street. Let's go, Watson. We have no time to lose.
I feel like he just said that. Does he feel like he just said that? Impossible. Sherlock Holmes never repeats himself. 6:20 a.m. Man, I could talk Sherlock Holmes. Okay. Packing case maker. Cat's meat. That's fucked up. That's so dark in this little hallway thing. I don't even know what's all in here. Probably like blood on the walls. So here we are at the body. And there's the body. Bark, bark, bark. Barkity bark, bark, bark.
It was very good of PC Chandler to let us pass. He said no one has touched the corpse. It's the perfect opportunity for us to put our skills to the test. Watson, let's not waste it.
Indeed. So basically this is like the same thing we did earlier with the, with Polly. We just examine everything that's here. First we start with the wall.
The blood is a dozen inches or so from the ground. Blood stains on the wall.
Oh. No, I don't have time for that. Literally. I'm at an hour
Blood
frame.
stains on the wall.
Okay, and then we'll go this.
There are no trails on the ground. There's no sign of a struggle. A piece of coarse muslin. 2 combs, curiously arranged.
Let me see if...
A piece of coarse muslin.
Nope. Ooh, my goodness. Okay, there was an envelope. That's it. Just an envelope piece.
A torn envelope. It smells of
Ooh.
rubbing alcohol. It contains 3 pills. I will take one. 2 should suffice for the police.
I love that. Oh, Sherlock, you just take one for the team. Okay, now we'll look at the body.
So, Doctor, shall we examine our victim?
Ah, I'm tired, Holmes. I'm not sure if I am in a state to do this work.
Come, Watson, there is little time. Show me what you're made of.
Quit being such a bitch. You've only been out since midnight, my mistake. We actually started at midnight.
Oh my God.
Pray, Watson, pull yourself together.
Quit being a pervert.
Can you establish the time of the crime?
The extremities of the corpse are cold and rigor mortis is beginning to set in. I would say that the murder was committed over 2 hours ago, before 4:30 a.m.
That actually helps us. Before 4:30, because that's in the thingy. Okay, so let's look at the...
Let's look at this poor woman more closely.
Oh, okay. Take the magnifying glass. First thing we go to, tongue.
The tongue is swollen. A bruise. The victim's face appears to have bruising, wouldn't you say?
Under the maxilla and cheek. There is less on the right side.
Look at her neck. What can you tell me?
There are 2 incisions.
And then there was... I think that's it for that.
Looky here.
There.
It would seem he has a mark on his left hand.
So like he said, his. Right there.
The victim must have worn a large ring or several little ones, and someone pulled them off forcefully. This detail will be very valuable, Watson. You can be sure of that.
Okay, that's that for that. And then this.
Now, let's look at the stomach, or at least what remains of it.
It's dreadful, Holmes. Who could do that to someone?
That's what you're here for, Watson. Tell me what this man has done.
The stomach has been entirely opened and... Oh, my God! A A number of organs have been removed.
So, you're telling me that the organs were removed, Watson? They weren't ripped out?
Not at all, Holmes. On the contrary, this is clearly the work of an expert. I couldn't have done any better myself. And the uterus is missing.
That's some serious
My
shit,
dear
yo.
Watson, now that we have found all of our clues, nothing remains but to subject them to our most likely hypotheses in order to deduce the facts.
The facts. Okay. So, deduction. So, we'll just now, what is this one? Neither footsteps or bloodstrokes on the ground. A killer bears traces. Wasn't dragged. What is this one? The blood had the fence of a dozen inches off the ground. Some blows were in the wall. Victim, his throat slit while lying down. Oh god, I can't remember. I think it was this one? No. Yes. Because when the other person was dead, it just leaked out. Anyway. On the premises, that was a given. What's this? The victim, bruises under the right jawbone. Oh, good question. Oh, bit. I'm gonna bite you? No. I think it's that one. Slit the throat with his right hand. Perhaps. Right-handed. Nailed it. The tongue is bloated. Strangled. Envelope near the victim's body. Was brought out. Drifted near the victim. Wanted to give an envelope to the killer. And then... Nope. Nope. No. And then this all leads to... Next. I forgot there's always more pages. I was like, is it? But what's this one? Yeah, the victim's feet are orderly, meaning the hands belong to the victim, obviously. Searched. If panicked? No. There we go. Unfeeling of organized. Okay. The body's cold, extremities, rigor mortis barely started. Admitted to. See, this is if you listen to what Watson said. Barely. Committed yesterday. Over 2 hours ago. Barely. Committed before 4:30 a.m. Because that's what Watson said. Recent large scrape on the first phalanx of the middle finger. Basically, the victim must have worn one or more rings. And stole. Next page. Boom. Oh, come on. This is bullshit. There we go. Now we got the incision far right, left going around the neck. There's incision on the right neck from the right side. The wound around the neck is jerky and all in one. The murder panicked. What's this one? Organs were missing in the uterus hands of an expert, which means the killer used a knife, great size. Wanted to decapitate? No. Drew marks? Lied. Fuck it. I'll figure that one out in a minute. Was removed and taken. Which means he has knowledge of that. Then it's just this one. Okay, so... Nope. There. Done.
I hear a noise coming from the street, Watson. The authorities are arriving. It's time for us to go.
Holmes has been locked away in his room for days, always saying the same things. I'm thinking, Watson. Very good, Watson. As you wish, Watson. But I am thinking too, so much so that I can't sleep. Annie Chapman. Good Lord.
I now control Dr. Watson.
Holmes examined the broken jar that belonged to Finley's tenant. I wonder what this substance is. I don't recognize the odor.
Hey!
Formalin, Watson. This jar contained formalin. Interesting, don't you think? I've been waiting for something for days. Just the tiniest bit of news that would make sense of this whole matter. But there's nothing, neither from the press nor the police. Unless Inspector Aberline is holding on to some information without realizing its importance, which is quite possible. It is time for you to return to the police station in Whitechapel, Watson. And didn't you tell me that you had a matter to take care of it? Take advantage of it to learn more about this pill and its contents.
Ah, but Holmes, it's late, and spending another night in this district is hardly my idea of entertainment.
I know, Doctor, but we don't have any choice. Time is against us. Take your pistol in case you run into any troublesome characters.
Fine, as you wish, Holmes.
Okay. So what we're going to do is this is exactly where I left off in the third session, technically. So thanks to speedrunning the fuck out of this game, I am now 46 minutes in. So when we return, we will go to the good old-fashioned police station, and we will figure out what the pill is, and probably what Dr. Watson was going to ask originally before Sherlock Holmes come in with his dick swing, and it's just like, we gotta get out of here, I don't know what you're doing, blah. So, in that case, this has been Sherlock Holmes, well actually this is more like Watson versus Jack the Ripper. But now, Sherlock Holmes versus Jack the Ripper. I will see you guys in the next part of Session 3, or episode, I don't even fucking know. So, see you guys in the future. I can't think of anything clever to say.